I'm Scott Baxter. Welcome to the Sports Betting Podcast. Today we'll be going through all the Premier League football matches in England over mostly today, but also I want to speak about tomorrow as well. Before I start that, I just want to explain. As a bookie, an old style bookie where it wasn't computerised in my day, my partners had to write out lines and give them to me, and I would have to settle and write on their payouts to them. But I'm taking hundreds of thousands of sports bet. I've seen how people bet, and the reason that I'm doing this podcast is to help casual punters, fans of sports betting, help them either lose less or win more. That's the sole aim of it. If we start speaking about today's football to begin with, first of all you want to check the weather, and there's a lot of rain about today, and it affects how I see the English Premier League. It can be a bet sometimes, but when it's raining, it's a gamble. And so today we actually start off with a big football match, the Liverpool derby at Liverpool. They're playing Everton. Liverpool are favourites to win that match, obviously. And Everton, as everybody knows, are not going to make it easy for them to win that match. It could either be a 0-0 or 1-0 to Liverpool. It could be a 5-0 to Liverpool. Everton might score in the last minute and win the match 1-0. So in that match you're going for anything you like. And could be value at 49 for Liverpool, but they keep leaving it late. They were lucky against Burnley last week to get a win. So the next game, funnily enough, is Burnley against Nottingham Forest. Now we're speaking about the 3 o'clock kickoffs in the Premier League. So Burnley against Nottingham Forest, we don't really have a view either way. I know Nottingham Forest recently sacked their manager that he'd done really well with last year, and Burnley have Scott Parker in as manager, and they did put up a good fight last year. Burnley are the home team at 23-10. Nottingham Forest are 6-5. Go whichever way you want. Nottingham Forest could show up and make it really tough for Burnley, but Burnley being 23-10 at home, I'm thinking if they're going to stay up this year, they need to win that sort of match. And but we're speaking about gambling, so go for whatever you want. Next game is Brighton against Tottenham. Brighton actually had a draw against Man City a couple of matches ago, so they are quite tough at home, and they are quite well organised. Tottenham have been really high and really low so far this year, but they do seem to be scoring goals, and it could be anything. So Brighton against Tottenham, it could go either way, and it's the same as all of the games today. The next game we've got Wolves Leeds. Both teams are the same price, which when that happens I tend to think draw at 21-10. I'm always very reluctant to go for a draw, but with both sides not scoring many goals, it could be a doer 0-0 draw that match at 21-10. West Ham against Crystal Palace at 3 o'clock. We'll have Palace are the favourites to win that match. Bear in mind they've just lost easy to Arsenal, and West Ham are struggling for form, and Crystal Palace being 5-4 to win the match, being their away team at, I think it's, what's it called, the Olympic Stadium now. It used to be, in my day, Upton Park, but they moved. But here's the next match. This actually was going to be my match that I would bet on, had the weather been forecast to be dry, but it's not. It's supposed to be raining in Manchester during the match, which makes the pitch slippy, and the bet actually then becomes a gamble. So the betting on it is 6-4 Man United to win, or 8-5 for Chelsea to win, and I was going to be tipping Chelsea to get the away win purely because last year we had Newcastle win Old Trafford at 6-4, which is roughly the same price as Chelsea today, but it wasn't raining that night, and I'm not sure if the rain's going to suit Chelsea. Might suit Man United more, and so for that reason, because it's causing that doubt, I won't be betting Chelsea in that match. I will happily watch it. I hope it's a good game with plenty of goals, but the last game of the day is Fulham against Brentford at 8 o'clock. They've got Fulham as even money favourites in the match, with Brentford, the away team, at 27-10. Both teams are struggling. I don't really have a feeling either way could be anything that match. Pick what you want in that match. What I will say about all today's football is a gamble, and tomorrow the weather brightens up and the pitches are a bit less slippy when it's like that. I'll be betting currently Man City at 14-5, and because it's a bet rather than a gamble, it needs to come from a bankroll. Now, last year I was using 10,000 as an example bankroll. If you divide that by 10, you'll get to what your bet size is at even money. So we're speaking about 1,000 at even money. So if that bet wins, it wins 1,000. So as you look for value, and what you'll do is to find value, you're looking for even money and above, which Man City are tomorrow, and you want to stake it properly. So to win 1,000, roughly, you want to be betting 360 on Man City at 40-5. What I will say about that match is that I can't see any shocks in formation, and I can't see any shocks in the lineups. I know the weather is going to be good. Whether Man City go out and you get a bigger price than 14-5, I don't really know, but for me at the moment it looks like value down to 2-1, which is about right. 2-1, by the way, is a 33% chance of winning, and obviously there's 3 outcomes to the result of that match. Either Arsenal can win, it's a draw, or it's an away win. So a 33% chance at 2-1 is still valued, because I think Man City have a good enough chance to get a result in that, and 14-5, which is a lot bigger than 2-1, seems like good value to me. But I'll do another podcast tomorrow and we'll speak about the Arsenal Man City game and all the other games that day as well. So by the way, last week we had an 11-4 winner and it won, and some people think, oh, it's just like one winner, but investment wise, if you think about it, the return on investment on last week's bet, even though it was just one bet, was 275%. So try and find a share price or a commodity or anything to buy that gives you that sort of returns. Yes, we're speaking about one bet in out of 10, but it's off to a good start, and hopefully we're going to follow that up tomorrow with a Man City win. If you're an Arsenal fan, don't get upset that I'm tipping the team against you. I don't have a feeling either way towards any club. It's just that I find Man City at 14-5 to be good value and a bet opportunity. So I'll speak to everybody tomorrow, and good luck till then.